When I was younger, people would say I was an optimistic, joyful, and very energetic kid. I was happy all the time, and people could tell because I always had a little smile on my face. But there was a problem. I suffered from very low self-esteem, and I'm going to tell you a story about it. When I was 13 years old, I got my first smartphone, and I remember myself begging my parents to create for me my first Facebook account, because that's basically what all the cool kids did, and I wanted to become one of them. On Facebook, there was this game called To Be Honest, where people would rate all the people's attractiveness and give honest comments about them. And despite my fear of receiving potentially negative comments about myself, I just went for it without knowing it was going to be a terrible decision. So long story short, one of the most famous girls in my year group at the time, she rated me. And my stats went like this: attractiveness, 10 out of 100. Yeah. Well, what made me more sad was her honest comment about me. She said, "Always tries to be cool, but never will be." Now, it might not sound that bad, but for a 13-year-old boy with very, very low self-esteem, that broke my heart. I remember myself almost couldn't come to school the next day because I was so shy. I was afraid of seeing that girl who had said that to me. Well, I'm going to be honest, that story wasn't the most interesting story ever, but it was an evidence to show that this lack of self-confidence can really bring people down. It can give people anxiety, make people become shy, and make people feel isolated, and most importantly, people are going to miss opportunities in life because of it. They're going to miss the opportunities to meet new people, explore new things, discover new hobbies, and on a broader view, people are going to miss the chances to make their life a better place, or even the world a better place. I'm going to give you one example. Any of you guys who has a laptop, please raise your hand. Yes. Laptop has become one of the most pivotal part of almost everybody's life in the 21st century. But back in 1985, people didn't believe so. And even the New York Times, one of the most successful newspaper in the US, said that because laptops were heavy, pricey, and their battery life didn't last long, it was nowhere near to become a successful idea. Well, imagine if Bill Gates, one of the most successful people in the world, had followed all of those critiques and negative comments and had given his dream up on technology. Then Microsoft wouldn't be here. Or in fact, 78% of all computers wouldn't be here today. Now, I'm not saying that if you have self-confidence, you're definitely going to be a billionaire, even though I wish, but having a high self-esteem can really open you up to so many doors of opportunities. Now, this is such big of a problem. How do we solve this? I have two most fundamental ways. Number one, you have to believe in yourself. To those who judge you, to those who hate on you, you have to go and prove them wrong. Because that's exactly what Bill Gates did. He went and proved to the whole world that laptops were going to be successful. Number two, maybe talk to someone that you're close with. Share your story to someone that you're close with. It can be your best friend, one of your close friends, or a family member. For me, I talked to my dad. My dad is one of the coolest people I know, and the way he tried to cheer me up was by convincing me that I was the coolest kid in my year group, even though I was not. But after a while, he stopped. He finally shook my shoulder, and he told me something that I will never forget for the rest of my life. He said, "Son, in this life, you don't need to please everyone. In this life, you don't need to make everyone happy. Because if you do, don't be a leader. Be the person who sells ice cream." Thank you.